Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever the hell you are. It's time for another EmceeCh4p live show coming at you. Now, before we begin, first of all, I have good news and bad news. I'll start with the bad news. First of all, Rob just got a hold of me, and it's likely he will not be making it to tonight's show. But if he pops in for some reason, then I will chastise him and call him a lying bastard, because that is exactly what he is. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, the real bad news is that, for those of you watching cross-platform, this is going to be, in all likelihood, the last simulcast of EmceeCh4p Live. It is, I am, in light of new regulations on certain platforms, especially for Twitch affiliates, specifically, like myself, apparently we can no longer do this. So this is going to be the last time you see me simultaneously on YouTube and Twitch. Now, this show, EmceeCh4p Live, flagship show, since my main audience is on YouTube, this will be exclusively on YouTube. For Friday and for Sunday, for the Fall Guys stream on Friday and for the Fleet stream on Sunday, you will see me on Twitch. Now, I had said yesterday that I did not plan on moving platforms. That's still kind of up in the air. I'm really gonna have to play it by ear, and so will you guys, unfortunately. For the next few weeks, for one thing, Leaf is taking another week off from streaming. He is kind of our, or was anyway, our ringleader for the Fleet. But I've kept in touch with him. He's doing fine, and I trust that after about another week or so, he will be back. I trust that he is taking care of himself, and I just want to say to you right now, take all the time you need, dude, because I know pretty turbulent times we're going through as streamers. By the way, with that in mind, I do want to let you guys know that tomorrow there will be no stream, since I am going to be with family tomorrow. I'm going to see them for about a late lunch or something like that, and we're going to be observing Father's Day. Man, I still haven't figured out what to get that dude. That's something for me to sleep on right there. But that is all the personal news I have for you right now. Let me move on. Speaking of Father's Day, tomorrow is Father's Day, and I can't believe I didn't think about it until now to kind of look back on what I can remember, anyway, for the last 28 to 29 years, all the stupid bullshit that old man has had to put up with from me. I'm going to start with a memorable one. This took place in the summer of 2002. One of my favorite things to do was play like little wiffle ball golf driving whatever in the front yard, and I used my great grandfather's old golf club. It was a 9-iron. I actually remember that specifically. A 9-iron. It was either a 9-iron or a pitching wedge. I kind of alternated between the two. But one thing I wasn't mindful of was the fact that when I took my little swing in the yard, I was almost never mindful of who was around me and who was close to me. So I had my brother behind me, and I had one of the neighbor kids a little further away at probably like a 90-degree angle or something. Now, I had done several shots, and obviously we were 7 or 8 years old. We were too young and dumb to know when to clear the area and or stand clear. When I was doing my backswing, my brother, who was just as dim-witted as I was back then, did not move out of the way. Now, before I get into what happened, this all happened while my mom was in Florida with their sisters. And so, and it always seemed like something would go tits up when she was out of state. Whether it was to us, whether it was to her, it was always something. On this occasion, it was like after dinner or something, shortly before dark. The mosquitoes were out in full force. I think I got like 15 mosquito bites at one time during that summer. But, I was very outdoorsy. I didn't have a care in the world. I was a kid in the suburbs. During my backswing, he was standing behind me. And you may be thinking, oh, you didn't clip him, did you? Well, guess what? During my backswing, I hear this really soft squish. And I look, I'm like, what was that? And I look over, and he's kicking and screaming on the ground. I'm like, what did I just do? And he stands up, and there is blood pouring out of his forehead. So, yeah. Slashed his forehead with a 9-iron. That is probably the worst I have ever hurt my brother, and it wasn't intentional. But I think the interesting and kind of funny part, honestly, of this was when my dad, he wasn't witness to it at the time, but my sister was down the street with her best friend, and they heard the turmoil, and they came over here, and like her friend almost passed out at what was happening. And, it didn't really click, like what I had just done. I was like, what the hell? So, ding dong, hello Shay. Nice to see you. You came in at an interesting time because I'm telling crazy stories about what my dad had to put up with when I was a kid. So this was about the time that I accidentally gashed my brother's forehead with a golf club. So, yeah, there was just pandemonium out in the front yard. Dad comes out. He assesses the situation, and he realizes that this is not just a flesh wound. He's going to have to cart my brother to the emergency room. So, just a reminder, this happened when my mom was out of state. She was on vacation in Florida with her sisters. So, and this is how Dad handled this situation. It's kind of funny how he did. He got on the phone with Mom, and he said, "Hello, how are you doing? You having a good time? Yeah? Okay, yes. What did you do? Oh, that sounds amazing. Yes, it does. Okay." And he went on and on, and it eventually finally got to the point where this wasn't a lovey-dovey conversation with the wifey anymore, and he had to go like, okay, can I ask you a quick question? Where are the boys' insurance cards? And my mom almost dropped the phone at that statement. She knew, because this had happened to me before, except not quite to this magnitude, and I'll get to that in a minute. But, yeah, it was not just a flesh wound. My brother needed stitches, and he just casually asked, where are the boys' insurance cards? And that's when the urgency of the situation kind of hit my mom. Yeah. And that was only one of a few things that my father, that's one of the reasons that I am very surprised that I still have a kind and loving father who is proud of what I do. Let me tell you another instance, and this actually happened a few years before. Now, what I just mentioned happened in 2002. I think this is one of the earliest memories of injury that I have. It was like the summer of 1998. I was 3 years old. And, I had been out playing with my sisters. My sisters were in like third grade and fifth grade at the time. They liked to climb fences. They liked to climb trees. This was back when, you were allowed to be a kid. There was no social media. The internet was in its infancy. There were no smartphones. There were no iPads. There was none of that shit. If you weren't playing on the Nintendo 64, you were in the backyard. And of course, that leaves you very prone to injury. Now, I had seen my sisters climbing a fence, and, I had, I always wanted to do whatever they were doing. And they were finally like, okay, well, you're becoming a big boy. You're almost 4. That's not a big boy. So they let me up. They, carried me up to the top and let me have a little look over onto West D Avenue, which oddly enough I live very close to. I live very close to this location now. My life has kind of come full circle. So we're having a good time. I'm looking around, enjoying the view. I'm getting to see the neighbor kids, see the neighbor's dog and stuff like that, and then suddenly I'm falling. I think you know where this is going. So, when you're a kid, you fall off a fence. There's no telling where you're going to land. This is where it gets really, really interesting. I was 3 years old, and, a 3-year-old falling off a fence. Children can take quite an impact when they fall onto the ground. I was no exception, in this case especially. You'd think I would, think to land on my feet. That didn't even occur to me. I was too young and dumb. Land on my arms and snap my wrists. No, that didn't happen. Land on my ass, hit my tailbone. No, that didn't happen. I fell off the fence. This was like a good 6 feet up in the air. I fell off onto the ground, straight on my face. I don't think this was an instance in which my dad had to scramble for insurance cards, but my baby teeth were in, and you know how sharp baby teeth are. I pick up my head off the ground, and the siblings around me realize I have bit a hole through my lip. Now, granted, that is not quite as bad as the blow I dealt to my brother a few years later. However, it's funny in that kind of set off the curse, and I think a few years later, Dad realized what was up. Okay, I can't I can't leave these kids unattended anymore. And speaking of unattended, that's where I'll get to shortly after this. Okay. So, I didn't have to go to the emergency room. I didn't have to get stitches. It actually healed up kind of okay. But I find the funny part about this is that this happened when I was 3. This September, I'll be 29. If I, shave off my goatee at any time, you can see there is still a scar below my lip from that moment. 25 goddamn years ago. That's how long ago this was. And it's still there. So I was like, good God. Kind of reminds me of the splinter that I had, embedded in my skin. Couldn't get it out because it was too deep. And, I mean, it's probably still in there, but it's under, 20 layers of skin. And there's no getting it out. I can't feel it, though. I'm surprised I didn't get an infection from that. And I'm surprised I didn't get an infection from the busted lip. And I'm surprised the busted lip was the only injury I had. I thought I with that kind of impact, I could have broken my nose. I got so lucky. So lucky as a kid. And of course, Dad was the one that had to be put through this while we were out back unattended. Now, speaking of Dad and speaking of unattended, I'm not sure if he likes talking about this very much, but he never watches me on the internet, so I'm going to tell about it anyway. This happened, I think, the year before that, or the year before that. When we were toddlers, 2-3 years old, we were very adventurous. We were very outdoorsy. My parents were very flexible with us. They let us roam around. They were like, just let them fuck around and find out. Well, we found out all right. But let me tell you, it could have ended in disaster in this next moment that I am about to talk about. I think this happened about a year prior. we were out front, and, when you put the kids out front, you really got to keep an eye on them, especially when you live next to a state highway. We lived about 3 blocks from State Highway 107 in the heart of North Little Rock, in the heart of the Park Hill Historic District, which is right next door to my neighborhood. We had gone out, and Dad went in the house. He was watching us on the steps, and he went inside to take a phone call. Now, this was back in the day. You didn't, cell phones were a huge luxury. He didn't even use, I don't think he even had one back then, but he went inside to answer the phone. This was back when he had 2 phones in the house, tops, and it was landline. Internet was dial-up. That was the best you could get. And he was on the phone. He got distracted. Where do we wander? Off, of course. So, I'm just going by the story that my mother told me. Mom apparently was out doing something, I don't know, and, she came back in a panic, not able to find us, and, Dad had just gotten off Dad was still on the phone at this point. He had no idea what was going on. And, it turns out that, how I said we lived 3 blocks from JFK Boulevard, Highway 107? Turns out, my brother and I decided to roam all 3 of those blocks out to the sidewalk, out by the comic book store, all the way out over there. Thankfully, one of our neighbors, who was understanding of our antics, walked us back to the house. My mom looks up, sees her walking us back, and that's when my dad got off the phone and was read the riot act. God, and my mom still says, this happened back in, 97. If this happened today, if I were a kid in, today's America, and, I were the same age, I would have been an orphan by now. I would have been in a foster home, and they would have been in prison. Bless their hearts. But yeah, we were like ninjas back then. Now, one more story of making my dad put up with my bullshit before we switch gears. This happens all the way back, way back in 2004. I was 9 years old. I can't remember if this was spring or fall, but it was one weekend, one cloudy Saturday morning or something. My dad was out reading the paper, and at this point I had taken a particular interest in climbing a tree. How you doing, Brienne? Nice to see you. I had taken interest in at those fitness centers where you go rock climbing on a harness and you're just way up in the air. I had tried to do a do-it-yourself version of that. This was Hold My Beer, but 15 years before the beer. I had decided it was a good idea to do a do-it-yourself, tree climbing, get yourself a harness, have a good time, let gravity take over type thing. What I used to try to make this happen was a dog leash hooked to my back belt loop, and it was one of those dog leashes with the handle and whatnot, that big plastic handle, and it was extendable and stuff like that. Well, I locked it, and I put the handle, which was only had an inch wide gap, and I hung it on this tiny limb. I was 70 pounds at this time. So, but I thought I was a featherweight anyway, so I put it on this tiny limb that fit through that 1 inch gap. And I finally decided that, actually it wasn't on my back belt loop, it was on my front. So I could, hang off like I was about to base jump or something, like a dumbass. But, yeah, I'd let go of the branch. And I don't know why this took me by surprise. I was in 4th or 5th grade when I did this. I should have known better. I don't know why it took me by surprise when I let go of the branch and let myself hang, and that little helpless limb snapped instantly. And I think I fell about 8 feet right onto my back. Completely knocked the wind out of me. This was probably the umpteenth time that my dad was minding his own business on the back deck. And just all of a sudden, I'm screaming at the top of my lungs. This might have happened a few more times after that, but good God, that bruise that went through my whole back. I'm surprised I'm surprised I wasn't bleeding internally with that impact. Man, I was a tough nut to crack back then. But yeah, lucky to be alive and all that shit. Yeah. So, yeah. Love you, Dad, and I'm sorry. I had to put you through all that. But I feel like that, that's a part of fatherhood. And that's why I take tomorrow. That's why I'm taking tomorrow so seriously. Because, he's gotten me through so much. Like, all the way up to this year. And I'm out on my own now. But he's pushing 70. I don't know how. There's no telling how long I'm going to have with that dude. So I'm definitely taking advantage of the time I have with him, and I am definitely appreciating his patience amid all the shit I put him through in all nearly 29 years that I've been alive. But that is basically my crazy lengthy way of showing that my father has the patience of a saint. And I owe him one. I definitely owe him one. How you doing, David? Nice to see you. You are just in time for our next segment. Let's move right along.
Ah, crap!
Welcome to this week's edition of Broken News. I've already found a few doozies. Now, a reminder that I'm going to be doing this all by myself since Rob is in the middle of something. In fact, yep, he is still offline. All right. Well, guess I'm going solo this time. That shouldn't be a problem. I've done it before. Oh man, I forgot about the gaming news. Well, we'll do that another time. But it's time to go to my favorite little Reddit article, News of the Stupid. So, how this game works, for those of you who are new here. Of course, if I'm gonna read the headline, and I'm going to omit the key word that might shock you when I let you know what it is. And you have 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to think about it, and see if you can come up with the right answer by the time I reveal it. So, again, I'm wanting to turn this into a series exclusively for my YouTube channel. It's going to be very elaborate, very doctored, pre-recorded. It'll be a lot better when I start doing that. So, the first headline. Excuse me. This is the first one that caught my eye. If I can find the damn thing. There it is. Okay. Oddly enough, the first word is the one I'm omitting. Blank has been charged for a bomb threat to stop her ex's vacation. Yes. Bomb threat. Going after her ex, 30 seconds starting right now. Think about all the places you can possibly call in a bomb threat. And think about what kind of occupation that this might be appropriate. That and all the times we've had to put up with it in the past. Seconds. Hello, David. Hello, Brienne. Thanks for lurking. Shay. And time. Now, keep in mind, the headline is blank, charged for bomb threat to stop her ex's vacation. Think about all the kinds of people who could do this. All the kinds of people who would want vengeance against their ex. Bomb threat, ex's vacation. The correct answer. This is from Vice, by the way. I don't know how it ended up here, but the headline: Daniela Carbone, 47, allegedly threatened to blow up the plane she was a flight attendant on to stop her ex-boyfriend's vacation to Miami with his new girlfriend. This is an interesting mugshot I'm seeing right here. Those bangs, that disfigured face. Very ugly woman. Tell the little captain that we put 3 bombs on the Miami flight, a distorted voice said in an audio message sent to an airline worker in Argentina on May 21st. Check the airplane because it's going to blow up in 1,000 pieces. 270 passengers along with the crew were rushed off of the Aerolíneas Argentinas airplane just minutes before the flight was set to take off from Buenos Aires' Ezeiza International Airport. Bomb squads and emergency response teams hunted for the explosives, causing the airline to lose an estimated $1 million. That's something. I don't think you would see that kind of thing in the States. All right, but that's a smashing start, so to speak. Starting with a bang. Shut up. All right. This is an interesting one. A man, this is kind of complex actually. A man was dreaming about a home invasion. What happened to him that jolted him out of his sleep? You have 30 seconds, starting now. This guy was dreaming about a home invasion, and there was one particular incident that jerked him awake, got him out of that dream. And it's a good thing it did. Good God. That was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, by the way. I saw you playing that earlier. Alright, 3 seconds. I didn't really keep track of time very well. Alright, a man did something while dreaming about a home invasion that made him jerk awake. This is from Yahoo News. Mark DeCara of Lake Barrington, Illinois, in his sleep, shot himself in the leg while dreaming about a home intrusion. He was charged with possession of an illegal firearm and reckless discharge. Yeah, he's been taken into custody for shooting himself in his sleep, mainly because of the fact that was an illegally possessed firearm. But still, how the fuck do you do that? How did you shot yourself in your sleep? I don't think this is finally an instance where I don't think the gun is the problem. I think it could have been worse. You could have burned your house down. You could have killed your wife. It could have been so much worse. My God, how does this happen? Do you know what all has to happen for that to happen in your sleep? Do you know what has to be wrong with your brain? Jesus. All right. This is about a TikToker. Good Lord, here we go. A TikToker has done something in particular to find out who cares about him. It goes a lot deeper than that, but you have 30 seconds to figure out what happened. This is a TikToker who did something pretty drastic to find out who cares about him. And I gotta say, I don't think TikTok is the first place I've seen something like this. Alright, 10 more seconds. trying to see what all I can do without bleeding into last week. All right. And there's your time right there. Now, this TikToker is nuts. Okay? I'm just going to say that right now. It's from Sky News in the UK. A TikToker. I'm just going to cut to the chase right here. Fill in the blank for you. A TikToker has faked his own death to find out who cared and then showed up at the funeral. He had a funeral arranged and everything. To spread the news of the man's death, one of his children, took to social media and wrote a tribute to her father. Many family and friends turned up to the funeral, but were shocked to see the TikToker alive and well. Where did this happen? Belgium. David Burton, 45, and his wife and children decided to prank friends and family members to find out what they really thought of him. To spread the news of Mr. Burton's death, one of his children took to social media, wrote, "Rest in peace, Daddy, I will never stop thinking about you. Why is life so unfair? Why you? You were going to be a grandfather and you still had your whole life ahead of you." Everyone was waiting for the ceremony to begin, but instead they were met by a landing... Oh my God, I didn't read this part. Instead of a casket, a helicopter landed in front of them. And he stepped out of the helicopter alongside a camera crew and was then greeted by the mourners. According to the Times, TikToker said he faked his death to see how his wider family would react and said they felt underappreciated by them. We all grew apart. I felt unappreciated. He said those who didn't come did contact me to meet up, so in a way I did win. If this were anyone else, that would be a good way to, like, lose your family right there. You don't just put on a show like that. That's I don't know about cultures in other countries, but that's fucking shallow. I'm just gonna throw that out there right there. God. Yeah, you people need to find some self-worth. All right, what else we got? From BBC News. Let's see what we got here. In Poland, there is a popular bus route. It is route number blank to the city of blank. It's in northern Poland. Your time starts now. This is actually really funny. I'm going to add a little more context to this. It's a popular bus route, route number blank, to the city of blank in northern Poland. And the reason that it's changing its name is because religious conservatives were complaining. That might give you a bigger idea. You have 5 more seconds. End time. This is kind of interesting because we're not talking about the English language here. We're talking about Poland. It could mean something completely different. But let's see if you were thinking what this article says. I'm going to go ahead and read it. In northern Poland, the popular bus route 666 to Hel, H-E-L, is being changed to... Oh, God. I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. It's being changed to 669. What? That's almost worse. It was used by those heading for the sandy beaches in the resort of Hel. It became a bit of a joke for some, especially English-speaking tourists, but religious conservatives claim the route is spreading Satanism. Of course, the Bible identifies 666 as the number of the beast, and Hel is, just one L short of the English word hell. Following the complaints, bus company PKS Guinea announced, "We are turning the last 6 upside down. Should we tell them what they've done?" From 666 to 669, I don't think that solved anything. Wow. Let me keep reading and see if it says anything about the number 69. They just claim it was less controversial. Alright. There are no comments on that, unfortunately. Alright, let's find a few more. I'm probably going to get to the gaming segment a little early because this is a very interesting game that I'm going to be playing. And I'm probably going to rage at it. So you guys might have a lot of fun watching me do it. And before we do move on, we're back to one gaming segment only. Just so I don't exhaust myself, we're going to keep the stream at about 2 hours. Moving on. Let's see if we can find a good one. This is just an elaborated version of the guy that shot himself in the leg. This one's just gross. I'm gonna skip it. I mean, it is from Newsweek. I don't know if I should be using Newsweek as a credible news source because it's kind of a tabloid of sorts. There's that story again. God. Man, I'm still scrolling. I can't find one. Okay, hold on. Alright, well, this is I have to read this because it's about a Florida man. It's not quite as extreme as the other Florida man articles that I've read in the past, but it's still worth bringing up. It's still turning heads, making people talk. Let's see what we got here. A Florida man ditched his ankle monitor and did blank during SWAT negotiations. So this guy was being pursued by the SWAT team. He ripped his ankle monitor off and did blank. 30 seconds. I'll get a little more elaborate with it. A man who calls the state of Florida home was recently arrested after he decided to cut off his ankle monitor and barricade himself inside an apartment. Then, what did he do? Okay, I'll give it about 10 more seconds. I really gotta have a set time for when I gotta start counting the timer. And that's it. Now think about how crazy Florida man always is. Corey Michael Payton. The deputies discovered their suspect. He was barricaded in the second story of an apartment by the time police arrived. You know what he did after he cut his ankle monitor? While in the apartment, he threatened to shoot the police, which caused the deputies on the scene to have to evacuate other apartments. But they ended up responding to the scene. The SWAT team did, anyway, and crisis negotiations team were able to verbally communicate with Corey through a second-floor window he broke. Corey's ankle monitor was found by law enforcement in that area after he jumped out the second-story window. What did you think you were gonna? I would have just given up at that point. You don't know if you're gonna land on your feet. You don't know if you can do parkour. The officials were pleading to get Corey to surrender peacefully before he decided to jump out the window. The fire rescue team showed up and eventually flew Corey out in a medevac. God almighty. Are people okay? That's my question. Alright, let's see if we can find one more. I'm gonna Probably take 5 instead of 10 this time. I find myself I don't really have to take 10. All right. Okay, this is interesting. A YouTuber did this. YouTuber Matt Mika installed a gas generator in his blank so he'd never have to charge it up again. 30 seconds, starting now. This guy clearly failed engineering school if he went to it. Gas generator, so you'd never have to plug it in again. Think about the kind of thing that a sheer idiot would try to do this to. And I'm going to call time right there. All right. Well, think about the idiot. Think about what the idiot was trying to put a gas generator into, and think about the idiot who invented the idiot's device. That's right. I'm sure you guys might have gotten it by now. YouTuber Matt Mika installed a gas generator into his Tesla Model S, so he never had to plug it in to charge on his road trip. And believe it or not, mostly it was a success. Range anxiety is one of the major things holding people back from switching to electric. The thought of running out of juice and there not being enough charging spots puts people off. Ahead of an 1,800-mile road trip around the Midwest, Mika installed a gas generator in his Tesla Model S. You may be thinking, isn't the Tesla Model S one of the longest range electric cars you can buy? You're right. It can travel up to 405 miles on a single charge, but that's not enough for Mika, who runs the YouTube channel Warped Perception. Mika says he really likes his Tesla, but what he doesn't like is stopping to charge, especially on a road trip. He said, I don't even like stopping to fill up my gas-powered car, and that's way faster than charging. It wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision to install the gas generator either. Mika planned the project for 5 years and spent more than a year and a half designing it. Well, I don't know. Maybe he did do what he was doing. Did it succeed? Well, this is where it gets stupid, and this is where it gets broken. Mika did, in fact, do his road trip without plugging into a charging station once. You know what he did have to do? Stop for gas! Defeating the whole goddamn purpose, dude. Not only that, but as the Tesla Model S consumed more energy than the generator could produce while driving, Mika had to stop for 5 to 6 hours a day while the car sat and charged. He probably didn't make any friends at the hotels he stayed at either, as he left the noisy generator running overnight in the parking lot so he could have a nearly full battery. Narcissistic. Okay. Now, this is similar to one that I did last week. This is just a weird article. It's not about a weird person. This is about an asteroid that's going to whiz by Earth. We've had a lot of those lately. And I can't imagine why they don't just stop and say hello, you know? But another asteroid went by now. I think you remember the last time... the last asteroid was the size of 26 sheep, which is an odd unit of measurement. This is an even weirder unit of measurement. This asteroid was the size of 80. It's the size of 84 blank, and it's going to pass by on Monday. Your time starts now. Think about all the things you can use as a unit of measure. And this was also one of my favorite Louis Anderson jokes. If you get like to that kind of weight that he was shortly before the time of his death, you shouldn't use letters to measure your clothes. You should use like cow or something like that. But I don't think you're going to come up with this one. I'll get to you in a minute, Snack Fiend. I have a beef with you. Uh, all right, so this asteroid, remember the asteroid I talked about last week was the size of 26 sheep. That's a weird enough unit measure. This is an even weirder one. This is a much larger asteroid that's going to whiz by the planet. And it's the size of 84 orcas. I don't know why they didn't just use the original measurement, 830 meters. Orcas? Seriously? Massive asteroid the size of 84 orcas is set to pass by the Earth on Monday, June 12th. That was last Monday. According to NASA's asteroid tracker. Are you sure this wasn't the asteroid I was talking about last week? 26 sheep is very different from 84 orcas. Asteroid in question has been designated 488 453 1994 XD. That's interesting, according to the Center for Near Earth Object. Just call it CNEOS at NASA's JPL. Despite the initials, it has nothing to do with the XD emoticon some older users of SMS in instant messaging may recognize. Yes, it does. Come on. And that is your broken news right there. All right. Taking my break a little early. I want to do this next segment. I kind of get into it a little early, and I think you know what I'm about to say. Snack Fiend, I'm glad you came in. You came in right on time because you made me do this. When I come back, I'm going to take about a 5-minute breather. 5 to 10 minutes anyway. When I come back, we are playing Geometry Dash, and I'm probably going to scream. So I hope you guys are ready for some seething anger. For those of you who don't know what Geometry Dash is, it is kind of like the Impossible. If you remember the Impossible game on the internet, you had to jump all over all those obstacles as like a square or whatnot. This is rhythm-based, so it's going to get very interesting. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Right. Oh, Jesus, that's bright. Oh, dear. Well, let's see here. How can I fix this? Alright, webcam, where are you? Sorry, I just made you guys blind. Okay. Yeah, it snapped back again. What the hell? That didn't do anything. I just love how this likes to set its own settings without my permission. That'll have to do. Alright. I'm already wide enough as it is. Alright, let's get the game set up. By the way, for those of you who came in late... Hang on a sec. That is very loud. Alright, by the way, for those who came in late, I do want to remind you all that this is the last simulcast across platforms. Be sure, on that note, be sure you are following me on all platforms, Twitch and YouTube specifically. That is subject to change, and if and when it does, I will notify you. But in the meantime, Fridays and Sundays on Twitch, Saturdays on YouTube is what I plan. Alright, Steam, where are you? Alright, still gotta get the game set up. I just installed the damn thing. Oh, wow. Alright. Trained. Alright, let me check this real quick. Let's not full screen it, let's do that. He actually did it. I am a man of my word, damn you. Okay. Make the proper adjustments. I'm gonna be okay, or am I gonna be okay? What are you saying? If you hated this on your phone, I'm playing it on desktop. Okay. Back up. Back up. Back. Where's the out? There it is. Okay. I can use the controller. That's nice. See, I feel like it would be acceptable for that to be the norm nowadays. All right. I'm controlling the mouse with my controller. You see that shit? That's not exactly what I bargained for. That's in the level editor, right? I'll get to that in a minute. I just need to get a feel for this game first. So, with that in mind, get off the screen. Stereo madness, okay. What was that? Download this. You're kidding. Okay. Alright. I see how it is. Alright. This is gonna suck balls. Wow. Okay. That was only 17%. Let me know if the balance between my voice and the game audio is okay. Can you, like, compose in this game? That would be awesome. Jesus. Oh, God, we're gonna be here a while. If I'm having issues on the first level... Game's a little louder than me. Well, that's just because you want to hear my luscious voice more. Is that it? Don't lie to me now. Ah, God. Okay. Oh my God. This is the impossible game all over again. God almighty! Okay. Are there no checkpoints? I'm just here to showcase the game, man. I'm not trying to set a world record or anything. Jeebus Crispies. Wow, there is a practice mode. I'm not worried about that right now. Does it have tutorials? Because I'm not interested. If all you have to do is jump. Jesus Christ. Pause the game and click the... Okay, so you're insisting that I fucking... It's the level, essentially. Oh, so I go back to... That's terrible. I hate where the checkpoints end up. Ah! Oh, shit. Oh, balls. I'm flying! Oh, no. So that's not entirely a good thing. Where are those little dudes? Am I supposed to hit them? Something tells me I shouldn't have missed that. Ah, shit. Ah, too early. God damn. Ah! Oh, God. What? I can't even... What? That was a miracle. Hold on. Ah, shit. What if I just end up in a spot where I'm screwed? You know what I mean? Stop jumping for 2 goddamn seconds! I'm screwed. I'm screwed. What the fuck? Okay, I can get rid of one. That's good. Jeez, Crispies. Hold on. Ah! I'm flying again. Okay. Oh my God, this is so nerve-wracking. So annoying, it's making my nose itch. That's kind of my trademark at this point. My nose itches, but I don't do cocaine. Jesus, man. Okay. Complete stereo madness in practice mode. Okay, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm not. Oh god, no. Oh, I see. Okay. A boosh. Big old boosh. Ah! We're at the checkpoint. Okay, one out. Alright. Yeah, so that thing will fucking launch you. Yeah, that's okay. Why does it automatically jump me? I don't understand that. So yeah, I would humor you, but I would get very impatient. That music sound, it's a shame, because that music sounded banging, too. Especially in this round. Alright. You know what? Right on the beat. Is this actually from the makers of the Impossible game? Ah, shit. Trial and error. Unlock new color. Fuck you. Ah, God. He's like Guitar Hero from hell. Not the same group. Well, that sounded great while it lasted. I might have to download that one. Ah, God. Why does that happen? Do you feel like the rhythm and the music would enhance my ability to do this? Because I'm not entirely sure. AFK, alright. Fuck. 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 Oh, God. Oh, God. Well, even Guitar Hero's practice mode. Nothing okay about this. Wait, I just got rid of 2 of the fucking... Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that didn't take long. Oh, I'm back on the ground. I liked it up there, man. Oh, God, my nose. I swear I don't do drugs. God, why does it do that? I don't understand. And it's intermittent too. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. See, it's happening again. The fuck? Oh no! Why? Why must it be this way? This is not what I bargained for. If this is how the level is, I don't see how people get through it at all. I can't even. I've lost the ability to even. Ash. Okay, what? Oh, there's no way. There is no way. Tons of videos. I'm not a good gamer. I'm not afraid to admit it. Ah, shit. God damn it. I still think it's really cruel that they don't have at least one checkpoint on the regular level. Do I need to rotate the webcam? I keep getting out of the shot. Alright, back to this one. Polargeist, you say? What? Okay, I get it now. Ah, damn. 9% already? Jesus. It's like DDR with your thumb, you know? I don't think I'll ever get past that point ever again. At this point, anyway. Ah, Jesus. That's not on beat. What the hell? Alright. What's wrong with this level? Oh my god. Oh, sure! Now I can nail it now that I'm in practice mode. Jesus. Here we go again. So violent. Ah, 12%. You're not going to hear me talk much while I'm doing this. Ah, shit. Too short. Why does that keep happening? Why does that keep happening? I'm having to hit the button like a millisecond early. I don't know why. Fuck. What it's worth, this seems like a character builder. Ah! Lucky 13, oh well. Keep jumping on impulse. I'd almost rather be playing Mario Maker at this point. Maybe that should make a comeback next week. What do you think? Almost did it again. Ah! It's the kind of shit that drives me to drink. White Claw. I haven't had it in ages. It's actually pretty good. I hit the button. I hit it and you know it. Jesus. Oh my. Thanks, game. I've jumped 1,000 times and I've only been playing this for like 20 minutes. Jesus Christmas. Ugh. It's like a split second game of Simon Says, you know? I don't know if that makes sense or not, but... God damn it all. I think I have an errant nose hair. I think that's what's bugging me at the moment. Jesus, really? I had to scratch my arm. Screen's getting blurry. Is there a motion blur setting? Or am I just tripping right now? Ah, shit. Alright, thanks, Shay. Thanks for the encouragement. I'm gonna need it. God! You have 1,424 hours on Geometry Dash. I don't even have that many hours on Kerbal Space Program. Oh, you and I both need help. Oh, look what you made me do. This is my 61st attempt. See if this will treat me better. Forgot about that. See it. Hi, Shay. Ah, God. God. Finally got to hear another part of this. Sure, you broadcast on Steam? Yeah, sure. It should be EmceeCh4p. Not hit that, and you know it. This has a nice 90s Euro pop vibe to it. Best I've ever done. God damn. Whew. I can't find my Steam code right now. I'll give it to you after the stream. If I remember anyway. Alright. Back to the matter at hand. I can't hear the game. What gives? Why am I the schlemazel here? What's going on? Did I pick a puppy in a past life? Oh, God. go to this previous one. Okay. Well, I've got it. I don't want to put it in the chat, so... Alright, I'll deal with it later. I've only got about 30 more minutes, so it shouldn't take too terribly long. I can do this. This is the easiest level. I swear I've heard this somewhere before besides this game. $56. My God. I got through the whole... Well, I didn't... of course, I didn't do it in one go. That's enough of that one. Poltergeist. I'm just trying to see if I have the patience for this one anymore. Ah, God. It's making my shoulders hurt. It's probably just because of the way I'm sitting in this chair. Ow. Alright. Got 29 on that one, 56 over here. I haven't tried dry out yet. Okay, oh, this is long. And it's all by difficulty, right? Really? There's like offbeats. Oh my god. Oh, my reflexes. I'm gonna get a cramp while doing this. Oh god. I can't. If I can do it for that, I can certainly do that this longer if I could do it for that one for that long. I can't even find the words for a sentence right now. Made it! Oh my god. Watch your broadcast. Oh, okay. Well. Ah, 25. That's really nerve-wracking. Shit. My patience runs dry for this game. My water Nazis aren't here. Holy shit. Another thing I need to update, by the way, is the top banner on my YouTube channel. Can I turn the motion blur off on this? Auto retry, auto checkpoints. That's just for practice mode. WTF. Okay, I'm turning the progress bar on. I think I got a little further last time. Jake, I think I've seen you make that comment before, and my only answer to that is only time will tell, because I haven't green-lighted anything yet. I will notify you. I will notify you when I start production of just about anything, which is probably going to be that, since I've been holding off on it for so long. I haven't axed anything. I'm just looking at other things lately. Kind of like this. I like the live engagement. So further notice, so just until I say so. I want to do it. I just can't do it right now. In the next week or so, anyway. Hope that answered your question. God. Man, I was on a roll. Alright. Dry out, I got. What is this? Jesus. What was that? Again, for those on the YouTube side coming in, all you're going to be seeing on YouTube from here on out is my Saturday live show. Everything else you're going to be seeing on Twitch with my posse. For the time being anyway, because I still have affiliate status over there. So I need to keep something going. What? I already saw it. Oh, you wanna? Okay. Ugh. Fucking. I'm about to start backtracking. Oh my fucking god. No, that's no reason to celebrate. Come on. Terrible gamer is terrible. I don't know if you noticed that. It's like I'm falling up to my death. Okay, fuck this. Alright. I know it gets progressively harder, but soon. I like that face. Finger dash, oh god. Out of curiosity. What? I'm trash. You don't have to tell me twice. Tell me something I don't know. It's my first time playing this game, I figured. Nice name, by the way, Jeff Bob. Oh. God, short-term memory loss is not good right now. Yeah, I am better at Mario Maker than I am at this shit. Ugh. I told you I was gonna rage. Hey, look, it's happening right now. God. And my fucking suffering. Maybe I should try this sober one day, you know? For what it's worth, I'm better at rhythm games than I am at fighting games, so... Oh, come on! Fuck it, I'm cutting my thumb off after this. Fuck this. It is causing all kinds of problems. I'd be having a better time, but I'm the only one in this room. All my stream buds are on hiatus, or they're in the middle of something, or... I have considered... Boy, it's a good thing I'm not playing Mario Kart right now. I could have been a flight sim tuber. I'm actually good at that kind of thing. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Do I get higher than 29 on this? That's not what I wanted. Actually, you know what? I only have 15 minutes left. So this is kind of like Mario Maker in a way. Daily, let's see. Mileage. Oh, it's insane. Oh, great. Featured. Oh, there's a demon difficulty. IQ Bert. What? 30 tile, 10 gold coins. Oh, 1, 2. This makes no sense right now. I don't understand. What is this? Okay. Search. Oh, that's nice. What's your name on Steam again? Yeah, it's the same. Goldfish Brain reporting for duty. I hate my old levels. Alright. Let me see. Screw it, I will follow you. Gamer challenge. Oh God. Are you kidding me right now? Oh. Why does that happen? It's worked once with the... Okay, so I have to get that fucking perfect. Is that what the deal is? You can see why you hate your old levels. Alright. Stereo insaneness. Okay, really? No, that's... No, it's not. Don't give me that shit, come on. You're a sick man. Okay, that's just... Alright, I'll see you, Jillian. Stop notifying me for apps I never used. My God. Okay, yeah, this one sucks. Limbo keys. Whatever that means. What happened? I have no idea. What is this? I'm just aimlessly pushing buttons at this point. Is that the object of this? It's just just go apeshit and pray like hell? Ugh. Okay, so I'm the New York Stock Exchange. That's great. Okay, I still don't understand. Boink, boink, boink. Ah! It's random. Okay, so this really... you're nuts. And I missed all of them. Good job, chap. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a bigger squad for the next Free Fallen Friday. Pink. Oh, do I have to? Oh. Do I have to hit like certain multiples in a certain order? Is that what the deal is? Okay, so you only get one. That's not it. Okay, screw that. There we go. Shitty Hell. Huh. Is that gonna live up to his name? Unverified. Some bug in here. Don't play, I'm serious. I should have listened. Okay, oh god. Goodbye, VOD. It's not gonna survive. I'm not going to court over this. Sweet. Auto, whatever that means. Oh, sweet. Okay. So I just hold. Oh God. All about the timing, bitches. Oh my Jesus Lord. Ah, it really helps when there's audio, you know? Great stream, everyone. Well, I guess I gotta end it on some kind of note. All right. Well, that was interesting. We might have to revisit this one. I'm trying to get a little more into get a little more variety in here that isn't just Fall Guys and Mario Maker and shit like that. I might get a little bit of Mario Golf in the mix, especially Super Rush, and that would definitely be rage-worthy. So I hope you're looking forward to that as much as I am. But in any case, I do appreciate you guys for hanging out. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. That's where you're going to see all my other streams from here on out, besides the Saturday one. Unless they overturn that simulcasting thing, that's just the way it's going to be from here on out. Also, stay tuned. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet, but there is still the possibility still exists that I'm going to be switching up platforms a little bit. So, appreciate your love as always. If you like everything you see here, I'm all over the socials at EmceeCh4p. Be sure to have a heart, hit that heart, bong that bell to know when I go live. Love you lots, and as always, I'll see you later. Reminder, no go tomorrow. I will see you guys on Friday. Take care, everyone.